Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shakes. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up, and honey, okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin pocket, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
I was feeling, I don't know, like I just kind of felt like, hey y'all, hold up, I'm coming. Okay, what's up everybody? Hi. Oh my God. Y'all know I don't do this. Y'all know I don't come to y'all on Saturday nights. That's normally not what we do, girl. Okay, listen. Hey, Sophia Stockton, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. But I was like, you know what? We are not doubling up tomorrow. Okay, we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do Ready to Love and hopefully Family or Fiance. I don't know. We're not doing whatever the hell they're doing tonight on with Martell and Melody. I'll watch it later and I'll decide what other bullshit I'll come to y'all with, if I do at all. But tomorrow we'll do just like a regular live for Ready to Love and whatever else. And then, yeah. Okay. And then, yeah. So I appreciate y'all for coming through tonight, because I know that's not normally what I do, but I appreciate all of you people who are like chilling and shit on a Saturday night versus being out in the streets. Okay, because listen, one of my homegirls was out in the streets last night, and I saw the video and shit today, and I was like, so why when stuff like this be going on, you don't say nothing? I was gonna stay home anyway, but I still want to be invited. Hey Lisa, thank you so much for coming through to moderate. Hey Tawansa, hey Tina, thank you for coming through to moderate. Lanita, Lady J, hey Purely Terry. Okay, whatever the hell that is. What's going on? Shantia, Megan, Wardley, LC, Kimberly. Okay, Miss Black No Sugar, Irma, Orlean, child, y'all be doing the most. Terica, like I can't do all this at one time. Brittany, S. Carter, Marlo. I need the words broken up. Hey, Raphael. Okay, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all like my video. Thank you for the the hearts and all of that. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I know y'all love my hoodie. I love my hoodie. Yes, I was so shocked. Listen, I love y'all. I decided to come through. I decided to come through because I wasn't doing nothing. Well, I am doing something. Hey, you in here though? You in here though? I love when I be talking to you and you be in here. Hey, man. She's like, my man. Oh, your man invited you. That's what you meant to say. Your man invited you. Oh, okay. That's always what you say. That's always what you say. I wasn't gonna come anyway because me and Lyric was tired. Me and Lyric have been running the streets all week. Okay, me and Lyric was out on a fucking Tuesday, on a Thursday, just out here at the bar. Okay, spending way too much money on food, but it was okay, girl. But when I saw you, I was like, it was packed. I was like, oh my god, have I been to the treehouse? Like I feel like I went to the treehouse, but it didn't look the same when I saw all them people. Child, anyway, I know one thing. Next Friday, me hitting who? The streets. Okay, we're going out. Okay, and not just dinner. We're going to do more. I'm gonna try not to tire myself out like I did last week. Okay. Okay, listen. And Yanni in the comments. Yeah, no, we gonna go. We gonna go. I'm sorry, y'all. Me and my friend having a whole conversation in this live, but I was trying to give y'all a chance to get into the room. Y'all know y'all was be late. Y'all know y'all was be late. Let's go ahead and start with Love After Lockup. Child, who decided to come home and start banging their music? Okay, it was quiet as shit all day. And now when I sit down to do a live, everybody named Mammy won't come home and play loud music in they driveway, because that's what old niggas do. Old niggas pull up their cord and sit in the driveway and listen to old music. They don't do all that. It's okay. I'm just, it's all right. I ain't tripping. It's not that time anyway. They're entitled. I'm not gonna care in the situation. But see, once it becomes after 11 o'clock, nigga, don't play with me. If I'm in this bitch sleep, I don't want to hear your music. Go to hell. Anyway, y'all, so let's go ahead and start off with one of the weirdest couples of them all, Sean and Sarah. It don't make sense. We can't make it make sense, but they're going to keep showcasing it to us because, I don't know, I guess we look stupid to them. Anyway, Sean convinces Sarah not to leave after Sarah found out that he was dating Destiny at the same time as her. And because that didn't work out, now he's talking to Sarah. So she's the, what's it called? The consolation prize. She's the backup plan. She's a side order soybean burger bitch, whatever you want to call it. She's feeling disrespected. And then she found out he has 6 children. Now, she is going to get over this because she lied about having the 1 kid. So she's going to, oh my God, I get it, But at the same time, Sean has something to prove because he lied about a lot. His age, how many kids he had. And then to me, I don't like the way he talked about Kelly to her. I don't like the way he talked about Kelly to her. First of all, Kelly does not butt into your business. You call Kelly with your bullshit. You calls Kelly with your bullshit. Okay? And have you really not been together for 9 years? Because I feel like, are all the kids between 9 and 17? Is that what's going on? Because I'm confused. I don't like the way he did that. Talking about she butts in my life for some reason. Oh, Anyway, he then makes it seem like Kelly is unreasonable for not wanting random criminals around her children. And I was just like, what? Are you serious? Are you seriously? I don't know why, she has a problem with, you being around the kids. But once she meets you, I'm sure, all that will go away. Yeah, I think so. But that's only because Sarah is not batshit, but Destiny was. And you did this same thing with her, as if it's just like, I'm going to just keep throwing a bitch to the wall and see if she sticks. Now, the lady prefaced this whole conversation they was having with, I do not want you to come into my situation and mess up what I have going on. I am trying to be a parent. I'm trying to be here for my daughter. I am trying to be here with my mom. Like, I have something going on here, and I do not want it to be derailed on some dick. Okay, that's not what I want. And then after she says all of this and they have this conversation about him and Kelly and the kids and all that, you bring that back around. So you want to move in? Sean, do you think this is the time for that? But I guess since you moved out here to be with her without any concern for your 6 children or your baby mother, that's what we be talking about when we talk about like men not really having to be accountable for anything as far as society is concerned, because this could really like walk away from 6 children, not be there on a daily basis, move to another state so that he could be with a woman he has never met in person before. Like, what is happening? What is happening? It does not make sense. Y'all, it does not make sense. It is not adding up. Something's wrong with Sean. Oh my God, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm hitting my mic. Something's wrong with Sean. Something's wrong with Sean. I want to move on. So y'all, who's next? Y'all, let's talk about Duck Lip Lacey. Let's talk about Duck Lip Lacey. Duck Lip Lacey is pissing me the fuck off. Okay. Oh my God. Lacey. Hey D. Okay. So Lacey takes Shane to therapy, right? Because she wants to talk about how they did a lie detector test and he's like talking to men in a sexual way online. And she feels like it's not just for OnlyFans because he's doing it only with the men. He's like ignoring all the women. And that's what she's saying, right? The therapist to me was not a good therapist because I'm like, okay, so the question needs to be, Shane, are you gay or are you bisexual or what's happening? Have you pinpointed that? Do you feel like you know? Okay, because we're forgetting that Shane has spent his teenage adult life in and out of prison or in prison and just got out. He's young. He's a kid. And you, as an old ass woman, is sitting here upset with him because he is not showing up as the husband and father that he said that he would be for you because y'all went through IVF and planned this baby together. But Shane is the one with the anger issues. I was just like, girl, first of all, he's a child and you're a grown woman. Why would you pluck a child from prison, because that's what he is, at 23 compared to her 33? He's a fucking child. And she plucked him from jail. So let's even start there. Because even sometimes if you are a grown man, you don't have the bandwidth to be a husband and a father to somebody responsibly as soon as you get out of prison. You don't know how to take care of yourself yet. So how are you going to take care of a woman and children? So Lacey, as the older party in this situation, I'm looking at you like, bitch, you have some huge responsibility in the fact that you chose to do all of this with this man, knowing that he was not really able to provide any of that to you, talking about he let you down. And the way Shane was sitting there and he's like, I'm depressed. I don't feel like I'm anybody. I don't have a job. You know, he didn't have a connection to the baby. That pissed me off. But when I look at him, I'm like, Shane is depressed. That's because Shane just got out of prison. Shane got out of prison 5 minutes ago, and you smashed that good old wet puss on him. Gave him a house, gave him what he would have wanted for himself had he not been in jail all this time. But he needs to be able to be on his own, figure his own shit out. Like if he's into men or if he's into women or if he's into both, and it doesn't even matter. It's of no consequence. So you bringing that shit up really made me mad because I was like, you were trying to shame him and you were trying to embarrass him so that you could make it okay when you go back and fuck John, because that's what's on your mind right now. And then you telling Shane that you wish the baby was somebody else's. I bet you any money that she told that man she wished the baby was John's baby and not his baby. I am sure she said that to him. And it's like, well, bitch, you should have did IVF with the dope head John that you stay going back to. That's what you should have done. And John needs to stay his ass away from you. John got a girlfriend. John looked healthy. He actually had meat on his bones. He looked like he's off dope. He needs to stay the away from you. Shane needs to run the away from you. But he can't because y'all went through IVF and had a child together. So now he has to stay put and help you figure out how to take care of this child. After the therapist finished pointing out his anger issues, girl, he's 23 and just got out of prison. The fuck you mean he got anger issues? He got all the issues. She the dumb one for setting him up to be something he could not be for her. Like she the one that's old. Like what you talking about? What you talking about? He wasn't like, and I know he said that she was stupid and she was acting dumb, but she was. She was acting dumb. She knows what he does. And now she's using it to make him the bad guy so she can make herself feel better about going to fuck with John. She does this all the time. That's what she did to him last time. Go and dig up that he cheated before y'all got married so that you can have John come into y'all house and kick him out. And then John comes in, you and John break up, you go get him and bring him back. And now you're sitting here telling him that you don't want to be married to him, you don't love him, and you regret having a child with him. He tells you after all of that, he still wants to work it out. And you tell him, I've heard it all before, if you knew that song, but you probably don't, okay? Lacey's daddy is going to work on my nerves because he has so much energy and so much correction for these men that come into Lacey's life. I need for that fucking correction to have happened with your daughter during her childhood because Lord knows she is acting out whatever issues that you gave her back then, now as an adult, responsible for like 3 or 4 children, depending on what Shane doing that day. Child, I cannot with this foolishness. Exactly. Where is Shane's family? Where is Shane's family? Somebody call 911. Someone can be there for poor Shane. Please, someone help him. Even in that moment, I'm mad that the lady did not like bring more attention to the fact that he's still depressed. He's still depressed. But he ain't left yet. He hasn't run off. And it may be because of the show. That's a possibility. But he could go and move away and get another bitch and not do what he needs to do, show or no show. So to me, the fact that he's still there for her means that he's trying to do it, but he doesn't know how. And you want him to be at home with you all the time, helping you with the baby, but then you also want him to go to work and get a job. Like, bitch, you need to pick your struggle the next time you want to husband a 20-something-year-old child straight out of prison. And I'm calling him a child because when somebody goes to jail at 17, there's a mental retardation that happens. And what I mean is mentally, he is still at 17. He is still mentally and emotionally in a place that he was in when he went into prison. And then he comes out of prison at 23, but still with the mind of a 17-year-old. Girl. Trying to embarrass that man. And guess what? It's not gonna work. Shane is one of them dudes that nobody gives a fuck. The girls are still gonna want to fuck him. And so are the dudes. Nobody's gonna care. I'm sorry. Shane is the type of man that can absolutely be bisexual and actively fuck both sides. He can do that. So I don't know what she thought she was doing, but all you did was let all the gay boys who didn't know or who wasn't paying attention that they can hit this nigga up on OnlyFans. Girl, you ain't do nothing for yourself with that. Oh my God, y'all. Moving along, because Lacey just makes me upset. Let's go to the next couple that makes me upset. And that is Nicole, Tia, and Deontay. We really didn't see much from Deontay today. Well, this episode. Mostly it's Tia and Nicole. So Tia and Nicole are planning to get married sooner. And child, I'm not even gonna give y'all the tea on it. It's all bullshit. But either way, Tia is having surgery because obviously she's done extensive damage to her organs, her liver specifically, which filters through all of the bullshit she puts it through. So the fact that it's about to fail on her seems to be an issue. She looks chunky and healthy though, doesn't she? Like, what kind of super drug addict is she? Like, I want to know, because poor Nicole looks like somebody is sucking the life force from her, which makes me feel like Tia must be like some type of, incubus, some type of like, succubus bitch that latches on to somebody and sucks all of the hydration out of them until, she sucked it all into herself. Because I know they're both on the same drug. I know they're both doing the same shit, yet Tia looks healthy and Nicole does not. Nicole looks bad. And in the confessional, all of that, like, bitch, that's not even your personality. Like, the difference in Nicole from when she first got out of jail to now is so sad to me, bruh. Even though I never liked Nicole, she's manipulative, she's an asshole. But at the same time, to see her be so bubbly and like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, like to be that type of personality when she first got out of jail, and now she's like and crying all fucking day. Like, bitch, you are in a toxic, abusive, codependent, trauma bonded, drug addict relationship with a lesbian bitch. This is not good, y'all. Do you know how hard it is to get out of a relationship with a abusive lesbian bitch? Y'all, as somebody that has been through this, it is hard to shake them. They will find you years later and force you to be their friend. I'm on energy supplement. I'm just playing, D. I'm just playing. I mean, I feel like it doesn't count because I could not knock her across the room the way she did me. But it's fine. We were in high school. It's fine. People grow up. We both grew up in households where a little bit of abuse is considered a turn on. So at the end of the day, huh? In high school.
If you do something
Yeah.
to provoke that person, then it's not abuse. In real life, when you grow up, then you can't use that excuse.
Yeah, no, it's abuse.
When you're young,
yeah.
Somebody cheat on you or, do something.
Yeah, it's like, I cheated. So it's okay that you slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah, but that's legal in high school.
Yeah, it's legal in high school. That's what he said. Y'all, it is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In my life, I'm saying, Bonnie, no. I know. I'm so sorry. Listen, because she watches me. And so I know she might be. Listen, all I know is we're friends. We're both healthy. It's not a toxic relationship any longer. I'm glad everyone has grown. But I'm just saying, y'all, it's really hard to get out of those relationships. It's really hard. And so I feel like Nicole has really done herself a disservice, man. I don't know, like this, I'm laughing about it on my end, because on my end, we just grew up and ended up, being able to be adults and be friends. But that shit that they going through, like, they're on drugs. Like, Tia is an influence. Like, I feel like, I'm not even gonna say like she's an influence on her, because I feel like Nicole was gonna do what Nicole was gonna do anyway. But it just looked bad, y'all. But the surgery she's supposed to get is to remove or fix the liver, child. I don't know. Okay. And it's partly because I feel like it's bullshit. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. But either way, they're pushing the wedding so that she can have, you know, the rights to say whatever if something happens to Tia. Now, the stupid shit is that Tia still doesn't know if she wants to get the surgery, even though she knows if she doesn't get the surgery, she will die because her liver is failing. I said, but she ain't got no, like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. They do both look bad, but I think the way it's not the same, y'all. Tia in her face still looks like, you know, there's flesh, there's blood. Our girl Nicole is dehydrated. It is sad. And then Deontay feeling like he needed to go to the wedding, and that's the reason why Nicole told him, because she really wants him to come and save her. And at the same time, she's having a fucking panic attack while she's at the bridal shop with her mom, and her mom has to tell her she doesn't have to do this if she doesn't want to do it. Girl, you're having a panic attack because you're a drug addict now, and your body doesn't know how to handle when it's at a rested level because you're probably on uppers. So if you went around your mom and you weren't high, or you were high and you're coming down, whatever you're going through is probably you needing to get high again. I'm just saying. So I don't know. But I want Deontay to let it go. And I believe that he has. I believe at this juncture, like anything else that is happening on this show is in the past, and I'm not going to give it too much more of my energy because I know where Deontay is today, and I do not feel that he is in a place where he is really trying to be with Nicole, even though he very much in these moments feels like it's his duty to save her because he doesn't want to, you know, see her go down that same path. And I just want him to stop feeling like super saver hoe, because you can't save these hoes. Project Pet, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Listen, I cannot wait for 3-6 Mafia to go against Bone Thugs and Harmony. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm going to be so fucked up. Brown liquor. Cause on lead, but smokers on lead, on lead. Did you say it's not fair? 3-6 at first is Bone. You really think? You think so? Oh, I don't know, Larry. I don't know.
I can definitely think about 10. You know,
I can too, on both sides. Like
10, you know, sluggers, and then it's gonna be like, damn.
I hope, this is what I hope. I hope that Bone Thugs play all their big hits instead of trying to go and find obscure. No, but sometimes niggas try to, you know, because they have a lot. They have a lot of catalog, like more than 3-6. You don't think they have more catalog than 3-6?
No, they had 3 albums.
Bruh, I feel like niggas have so many mixtapes. Maybe that's what I always see is like all of the actual, like, because they, I mean, child, anyway. Y'all know we used to download our music from Napster back in the day, so don't trust my knowledge of an album at all. Anyway, shit. The features, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. Man, kick it, don't stop. You're struggling, don't stop until we drop. Crazy Bone and Ice Cube. What? The best thing in life is life. I mean, listen to that shit all the time. That's my shit. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. You gotta keep going. Hey, young thugs. That's my shit. Look into my eyes if you wanna know me. Before you hypnotize, homie, what do you see? A bill of that just a little bigger than the hustle count figure, ain't pulled no triggers. Can you dig us? We be the ultimate lick. We the hitters that make the ultimate hit. Kind of boss say, kind of floss say. It's got to be done my way. Do what the fuck I say. Top of the pyramid, homie. When I tell you, if you leave the west side, brother, you hit the cellar. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just because people be feeling like I. First of all, to some of them, I know the words. No, to some of them, no. I've looked up these lyrics, nigga. I am an adult. I have looked up these lyrics. Child, let's talk about John and Christiana right quick. So, y'all, it's all about Christiana's mama this episode. I feel like they're trying to do the Brittany Marcelino thing. We don't have nothing else to talk about, but we want to be on this show so bad. So we're going to use our, parents being fucked up, to get a storyline popping. Okay. I feel like that's what we're doing right now. Christiana's mom has lung cancer. Y'all, Christiana's mama is 58 years old. I say, bitch, a lie, don't care who tell it. Shout out to Roxanne. Okay. Like 58. Bitch, how old is Christiana? 58. Oh, she's 36. That bitch is 3 years older than me. Me and that bitch was in high school at the same time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Definitely from the meth lab. Definitely from the meth lab that they lived in. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I never pay attention to their ages because most of these people age bad. But, because, they be going through so much. But, bitch, I'm sorry. We were in high school at the same. Me and this lady were in high school at the same time. Whoa. Like, whoa. Whoa. It's crazy. Okay. So yeah, back to the sad part. Her mom has lung cancer and they brought her a wheelchair, and Christiana cried in a confessional about how it's so sad that now that she's in this position of being healthy, her sister is nowhere to be found. Her sister is not there to help take care of her mom. She hasn't called to check in on her mom. And I was just like, damn. That's sad. Let's move on. I really don't have much to say about it, but it's sad. Y'all know I don't have no picture of Amber and Puppy. That's the ones I keep forgetting the picture, get a picture of. I ain't got no picture of Amber and Puppy, okay? But we're going to end on Stan and Lisa. So let me just say this about Amber and Puppy. Amber and Puppy got, messed up down to the club. Amber more than Puppy. Puppy brings Amber home, puts her in the bed. Amber tries to bump cooches with Puppy, and Puppy says, no, it's because you're drunk. Okay, you're not gonna want me in the morning, so I ain't doing this with you. So she takes it on home to her man Eric, and her man Eric is already upset that she was out with her late like she was, because he was expecting her to be home sooner than she was. Like, nigga, so what? Like, all of that is a problem to me. Like, people acting like that, like, that's a problem to me. She should be able to go out and be out with her friend as long as she wanted to be out with her friend without you acting like she's about to get beat up about it. Like, it's just really not that deep. We're adults. I'm sorry. Yeah, people like when you married and all of that. No, I do not want to see you like coming in the house at 4 o'clock in the morning. But there have been times when I have came in this bitch at 1 or 2. I'm an adult. The fuck? Like, I ain't got no motherfucking curfew. Like, I don't understand that shit, bro. You either trust the person you with or you don't. And if you don't trust them, then y'all don't really need to be together if you can't trust them to go somewhere without feeling like they out here, running amok in a palace and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way he was acting with her, to tell you the truth. Like, she told him, honestly, she was stupid for telling him that Amber was on that gay shit with her. Like, what you telling him that for? What you telling him that for? You trying to incite some anger in this crazy ass dude? Like, what you told him that for? And they're gonna tell him, I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Girl, listen. That's the type of dude, if you're gonna be with him, you can't be honest with this. You can't be telling him what's really going on. You gotta come home and be like, yeah, I just had to get her drunk ass home. Okay, had to make sure ain't nobody take advantage of her in the club. That's all you had to say. You ain't have to tell him that she was trying to bump cooch with you. And the truth of the matter is, you are in love with Amber. And the only reason that you're not with Amber is because Amber don't really want to be with you. Let's be real. So even though Eric worries me a bit, I still feel like, bitch, he got every right to be worried. because you ain't being real with yourself. You ain't doing nothing wrong, but you ain't being real with yourself neither. But anyway, y'all, let's move on to Stan and Lisa because they don't make no damn sense. So Stan and Lisa this episode went rock climbing. They go rock climbing. This is the moment that Lisa decides to talk to Stan about the woman he's been talking to online. And of course, he's going to deny it. He's not stupid. But he is stupid because he doesn't realize that Lisa has been setting him up. And once he realizes that, he feels like he was being a fool. But he said, hey, we got into it for whatever reason and you left and you was with your friend. We was broken up as far as I'm concerned. I don't have to wait for you. He said, as soon as you want to move on, move on. He said, I've missed out in the past. I said, hold up, wait a minute. Who are you pointing at? I've missed out in the past. You got to move quicker than that. Okay? You move slow and somebody comes along and takes them. You got to move fast. I said, nigga, it's not stocks. If the woman moved on, it's because she didn't really want you. Stan? Hello? The fuck is going on? Oh, nigga, crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, she says that it's because she refused to have sex with him. He wanted her to put him up there in a straitjacket, and she didn't want to do it. He said, okay, I probably could have got upset about that. I probably could. She was like, well, if you really cared about me, then you wouldn't have went macking on the next bitch 2 seconds later. I said, not macking. Not macking. Stan was macking. Child, Stan is not macking. Stan is a rich old white man. That's all he has to be, bitch. What? Girl, you're looking for him. Girls like you look for Stan. Stan don't really have to look for y'all. All Stan got to do is put up the profile. That's all Stan got to do, put up the profile. What you talking about? Girl, go to hell. he was so... You don't procrastinate. Like, oh, wait a minute, Stan. Nobody said that you should. Listen. First of all, fuck Lisa. Because like he said, Lisa ain't to be trusted, and he knows that. He knows that. Fuck Lisa, okay? If it ain't her, it'd be another one. She need to go and get them extensions looked at. That's what she need to go do. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's it for them. So let's move on to marriage boot camp. Because, child, marriage boot camp was a mess. Okay, but first, I'm going to need y'all to... This what I want y'all to do for me. That's how I go. Did you like the video? Or did you just, wiggle in your seat or some shit? Don't just be wiggling in your seat. Like my video. Tell YouTube you like me, because YouTube be trying to act like don't nobody like me. Unsubscribing people. I be seeing it. Y'all see how they refuse to let me keep this little 88,000. I'm really getting to a point where it's like, I'm just worrying about my website. Once my website get up, I ain't gonna be worried about none of this other stuff. Okay? Once my website get up, a bitch ain't gonna care no more. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, YouTube, that's how you felt today. Oh, okay. And yes. Why? You didn't, but I got it. I'm on it. Listen, I ain't like that little girl. That's too funny. Listen, did y'all see that little clip of what's her name? T.I. and Tiny's oldest daughter. What's her name, y'all? I forgot the little girl name real quick, but she did a video talking about how even though she got the money, she almost, lost her house because she be forgetting to pay her bills. She said her water got turned off. She said she forgot to pay the mortgage, and people be calling Zonique. Yeah, Zonique. They be calling and she ignore the phone calls and shit. I say them hoes send emails too. You don't check your emails? Mortgage companies be on bullshit. My mortgage company got rid of my flood insurance and didn't tell me, talking about we sent something in the mail. You a lie. Like, even if you did, you need to talk to me first before you decide to stop payment on something I said I wanted. Like, that shit is crazy to me. But either way, like, y'all really need to just set up auto pay. If you have the money, just set up the auto pay. I don't understand. I don't set up auto pay for everything, but for some things, I'm not gonna feel like doing this every month because it's too much of a hassle to keep logging into these fucking accounts all the time. So I'd rather just do auto pay so I don't have to keep logging into shit. Okay, because I be forgetting passwords and then you have to reset the password a million times. It's just easier sometimes to have the shit set up, especially if you know it's something you fit in to pay. Okay. So I was just kind of like, the fuck? Because Derek was asking. I'm like, yeah, I paid it, don't I be forgetting, but I don't never forget. Like, there would be like a few days forgot. You know what I mean? Like, I meant to kind of ran out. But that only happened like during times where like I lost my channel, the hurricane thing. But like other than that, that doesn't really happen like that, y'all. I pay my bills on time. My daddy taught me how to, keep good credit, and you pay your bills on time. Thank you, Arena, for the Cash App. Thank you. Happy Saturday. I appreciate you so much. But yeah, it's talking. And then I just didn't like, because I feel like it's low-key like disingenuous. Oh, look, I'm a regular bitch like y'all forgetting to pay bills. No. People can't pay bills. It's a difference. And it makes me feel like, what do rich people do when it comes to like teaching their children responsibility? Like, what do you teach them? I'm just curious. Because like, I don't know, like Lyric let our water bill lapse one time and the water got turned off. When I tell y'all, it never happened again. It never happened again because I don't live like that. That was probably when we first moved in together. Irresponsible ass. Okay, I ain't one of those. When I tell you, I chewed this nigga the fuck out. I don't live like this. It never happened again. We have not had an issue since. What'd you say?
I said the funny part about it is just cut that.
You could have, but you didn't.
Nah, but it's so funny how easy it is. Bro. It's terribly easy. Just cut that shit out.
I know T.I. and Tiny was busy doing other shit, I guess. I don't know, doing jail time, getting caught with drugs, having threesomes with bitches from airports. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into marriage boot camp, y'all, because I had some feelings and emotions about marriage boot camp. So first of all, they talk to Moni and Tough about Moni feeling as if Tough is not really taking responsibility for cheating on her. It's the Martell effect. Well, where I apologize for something and I'll say I'm wrong, but then after that, if I am held accountable or if I have to deal with the consequences of what I've done, I now try to like level out the blame. And I try to make it seem as if it's someone else's fault that I fucked up. And that's what I feel like Tough continues to do. Make excuses for what he did instead of just saying, I fucked up and I needed to do better and I didn't. Everybody wants Moni to take responsibility for the fact that she chose to be with a young man. Meaning because he was 25, it was okay for him to cheat on her when she was pregnant and then cheat on her for the, years after, because she said that it continued to happen. So I was just kind of like, I didn't like that. And I also did not like the fact that they said it was okay because he was 25. He was young. Neri and Nori saying that, it made me feel like Neri feels as if her sacrifice to deal with Nori cheating on her, disrespecting her, also that they can get to this point in life where they have the access, they have the money, they have the comfortability. His fat ass is at home all the time now. Like, she feels like it was all worth it to allow him to work through that. My problem is that when do you have your time where he's supposed to suck it up for you when you're going through your shit? Because to me, it seems like you're just constantly having to deal with whatever he's going through and move around him. And then now that he gives you a little bit of that because he's scared that you might leave him, because now he realizes he's an insecure old fat nigga that's drinking all the time with no driver's license. He needs you to some respect at this point. That's what I noticed about Nori when I was watching him. A lot of him wanting to get it right now, I feel like it's out of desperation to keep her, because he knows that there's a possibility that they're at a point now where she no longer needs to be with him to retain this lifestyle. So she can say, I don't want to do this with you anymore. And so now he's trying to make sure that it's working. Now he's trying to work on himself. And Neri now feels validated to go through all of this struggle because he's finally decided to do the right thing and treat her the way she wants to be treated. So this is what they're basically saying to Moni, is that, oh, you just have to deal with that portion of him. But the fucked up part, wait on it, the fucked up part is that he says the reason why he thought it was okay, even though he knew it wasn't okay, was because of his household. Growing up in a household where as long as the men took care of the household, they were able to cheat. The women didn't like it. His mother didn't like it, but she didn't leave either. Now, if I am to understand correctly, Moni is the breadwinner. Moni is the storer. Moni is the one that you're upset with because she did not push your career the way you feel like she should have because you cheated on her. But somehow, they have a breakthrough. And Moni feels validated that he finally takes responsibility and admits that he did not give Moni a choice in the matter when he decided to cheat on her. And that he didn't see that cheating was a deal breaker, even though Moni expressed that she wasn't okay with that. But his childhood told him the opposite. I said, boy, bye. At some point, the things we learn in our household, we understand are wrong. Once we become adults and society is shown to us as we are adults, fully understanding what is happening outside of our own households. To me, it almost felt anticlimactic, like it was bullshit of some sort. I'm glad Moni felt that she got what she needed out of the moment, because really that's all that matters. Like, it doesn't matter what I think, but I just did not like the way he explained away what he had done and why he continued to do it after it had already done damage. Thank you, Asada, for the super chat. Hey, Bondi, did you see I tagged you on Instagram December 2nd? Yes, I did. I shared it on my stories. Also, this Thursday, yes, I saw that they're doing Stephanie Mills and Shaka Khan this Thursday. So we're going to have to figure out how we're going to do the ladies' first panel, because we don't want to have that going on at the same time. We usually don't like to compete with verses when they come out. So we might change the day, or we might go on earlier. I don't know just yet, but it's my week, so I'm going to have to figure it out. But thank you for the super chat. So thank you, the Panda, for the super chat. Hey, Bondi, it grated on my nerves when they said that. It's a character issue regardless of his age. He's an ain't shit dude. Moni deserves more. Yes, she does. Thank you, Charnel Monet, for the super sticker. I appreciate you, love. This is what I'm going to say. Yes, I agree. Moni, I felt like Moni just wanted to find any reason to make it okay to be with him. Yes. And also, cheating wasn't a deal breaker for her if she stayed with him. And that's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. However, even if that wasn't a deal breaker, if somebody expresses to you that this is hurtful and you continue to do it, then that is in some way abuse. And you have to take responsibility for the fact that you chose to emotionally abuse the woman that you were in a relationship with. And then Moni has to take responsibility for the fact that she chose to stay in a relationship with him. So I feel like you need to let it go. You absolutely need to let it go, Moni, because you chose to stay with him after he did the shit. So yeah, let it go. But that reasoning that they gave, that excuse, okay, there's no T at the end of that word, I'm aware. The excuse that they gave was bullshit to me, okay? And that's how I felt about it. She's not giving him head because she knows he continues to cheat. Yes. I'm going to get to that. But first, let's move on to Treasure. So Treasure is feeling uncomfortable this episode. It's like, Treasure, what's wrong? Y'all, the way Molly Mao walks around with its little high voice and his Uncle Fester neck, and, you know, he's a big guy with tiny little hands. He's always posturing. He's constantly trying to get people to understand him and see his point of view to a manic place. He talks really fast. He doesn't listen. And he's constantly trying to convince people of something. And it is obvious and it is unsettling. And even the other men in the house side more with Treasure because he is so see-through. Like, you know, he's full of shit because he can't control the way he's talking. he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's doing a lot. And Erica De Niro and I had this conversation on Twitter today. We absolutely see that he is probably bisexual. He is probably into men and feels extremely insecure about that. And so he is constantly trying to showcase this masculine identity, which is not real to who he is, which is why every scene has sunshades, which is why you're on here with a fake relationship that we know is completely disingenuous. Like, we're clear. No one's lost. Did I not tell y'all when we first started this show? I swear to God, I'm mad at myself for not getting a clip and playing it of myself saying that this was probably the fake relationship. I said it. And I knew that because this don't even match. But Treasure is the type of girl that would have tried to make this work for the opportunity. And Molly is the type of person that would use a girl like her to try to make himself look good so that he wouldn't have to spend as much time in jail. Because, see, I did a little research finally, and yes, he is serving 33 months in jail for being a pimp, for sex trafficking from 2004 to 2016, I believe. He ran a high-end, hoe house outside of Vegas. And, you know, it was like a ring, so he got caught up. And during the show, he thought he had gotten probation. And the show was supposed to probably help the judge show him, look, I'm making my money a legit way. It didn't work. He got 33 months in jail. So he was very much trying to use this opportunity to help him stay out of jail. So once Treasure starts to let everything fall out of her mouth, she couldn't stop. And she says that she didn't really want to have sex with him. And he gave her Molly forcefully so that she would have sex with him. And Nori acting as if he didn't know what she was saying because Molly and Molly are the same thing in all of this. Nigga, please. Nigga, please. And yes, y'all, I see it in the comments. Miles absolutely called him out and said a while ago that he said, you and I are cut from the same cloth. He said it. He called him out a while back when he thought it was funny to say that Miles liked balls so much. And Miles was like, all right, Molly, on top of the fact that Molly tried to act like he didn't know Miles, even though Miles had been to his house. Remember? Oh, he was saying that he'd been in my house. And I'm like, dude, I don't know you like that. Like, dude, you're posturing. You're fucking fronting. Okay? You're fugazi as shit. Okay? You're not fooling anybody. And you damn sure not fooling Miles, who knows one when he sees one. I absolutely believe that he gave Treasure drugs. We saw him on camera telling her to drink alcohol so that she can make more of a fool of herself, so that he can more so make himself out to be the sweet older guy that's getting taken advantage of by the young, misguided, alcoholic, sex pot woman who's just trying to use him to get on. Like, that's what you niggas do. I saw Lil Duval. He's been posting a lot lately, and it's trying to throw out a narrative that older men fucking around with younger girls isn't a problem, because he gets online and says that Chloe and her little lollipop video that we talked about on the BondyBlue show yesterday, like, oh, so when an older guy falls for Chloe's thirst trap, y'all gonna call him a predator or some shit like that. And first of all, it's like Chloe is 23. So anybody she decides to engage in a relationship with at this point in her life, it's cool. Yes, when we look at you older guys who fuck with younger girls, we're looking at you like you're trying to be with someone that you can control because you understand more about the world than that younger person does, because you have more experience in life. That's usually how these things go, which is why you're seen as someone taking advantage of someone whose mind is not even on that level yet. Okay? But the difference is you just like to, with teenagers, y'all like to groom young girls from prepubescency all the way up to adulthood. And then when you marry them when they're 18, 19, in their 20s, and you're in your fucking 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you want to act like that's the same thing as Chloe trying to figure out her sexuality at 23 and that being showcased on social media. My dude, y'all are really going to stop trying to make it seem like women are being facetious or over exaggerating when we talk about this whole color purple Mr. laying on top of a young girl to do his business shit. It is absolutely a truth of the society we live in. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Molly is in jail for running a prostitution ring. Whatever she said he did that shit. Dr. Ish talks to Treasure, and it makes her feel supported and that someone believes her, because she was so scared that no one would. And when they were all having a conversation and Miles was speaking up on her behalf and saying, I'm going to tell you a lot of, Treasure might be a lot of things, but she's not a liar. And even Nori was like, yes, that is true. She's not a liar, because she doesn't even have the mind to control the lie. That's why she was so uncomfortable. That's why she didn't like it, because she's not the type of person that can lie like that. That's just not the type. You can tell she don't have the control of herself to lie like that. And her talking about he's a devil, it's because the longer she spent time with him, the more she saw the pimp come out. And when men are used to controlling women in a pimp to like whole mentality, all of their relationships with women are like that. Manipulative and controlling. All of their relationships with women are going to be repetitive of that, because that's how they view women. So the fact that he's even in jail right now for doing that is to me, a huge teller that she's telling the truth. What? Amber, how is he trying to put it all on her? He sat there with and you weren't privy to this conversation, but this is what he's done the whole time. It's no different than any other conversation he's had with y'all. He sits there with Dr. Ish and tells Dr. Ish that this can help him and he needs to stay because Dr. Ish and them can help him navigate choosing better partners. Do you know what he was saying when he was saying that? He's basically saying that she's the problem and you guys can help me choose better here on out. And she's completely lying about the drug shit. Y'all can search my room. You think that we don't know you probably done went and flushed that shit down the bathroom toilet by now? You done been up there in that room by yourself for a while now talking about y'all can search my room. Get the fuck out of here. You the type of nigga to put the drugs in your ass to make sure nobody can find them. You that type. So don't sit up here and tell me about, oh, y'all can search my room. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. And Dr. Ish, if you want to get a little gully with people sometimes, please do so. It's okay to read people sometimes, Dr. Ish. Because Dr. Ish wanted so badly to tell him. Because when he told him, you're 43 years old, dude. When he said that, that was, nigga, do not try to game me. I know that that's a little girl that you in there dealing with. Her mentality. I know you like, I know what the fuck you doing. Don't sit in my face and try to run this shit to me like you a victim. I see you. That's what Dr. Ish wanted to tell him. But he has to keep the professionalism about himself. But something makes me feel like Dr. Ish is one of those people that you'll find out grew up in a bad neighborhood and probably secretly killed some people before he got to this point in his life. So he puts the suit on real tight so y'all will trust that he is a safe Negro. But oh, if Wayne Brady has to choke a bitch, it feels that way sometimes. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on from there. So sex day comes. Amber shuns Miles. Miles likes to eat ass. Him being with men has turned her off. She doesn't like his uncertainty, but it's really about the things that people have said about him to her that really holds her back. And he's under the delusion that they would be married if it was not for the fact that she's so worried about how other people view their relationship. That's a part of it. And that really is sad to me because I feel like a lot of women are probably like that. A lot of women are probably attracted to have sexual relationships or with men that other people may perceive as gay, or they may be bisexual or whatever. And people will have something negative to say about that at every turn. So it makes it so hard for you to really be in a relationship with somebody that you actually love, because everybody is telling you that you shouldn't love that person because they're bisexual. Y'all, Miles is bisexual. He's not 100% gay. He is bisexual, and you can tell. I'm gonna tell you why you can tell. The way he dog humped Amber, I was like, oh yeah, like that nigga. that nigga likes to fuck everybody. I think I understand the energy of it all. So I feel like at the end of the day, I really want Amber to either love who he is for real, like all of that, or let him go. Because much like your girl, Lacey and Shane, I really do feel like you're probably doing yourself a disservice, because even though Miles has issues, Miles comes off as somebody that if he weren't in a relationship with an asshole, he wouldn't be an asshole. Like it's weird because I do see like the flaws in his personality. He definitely has some bitch assness to him sometimes, okay? But all in all, his energy to me seems like somebody that is in an abusive relationship. To be honest, I feel that Amber exacts revenge on him for being who he is. And I really don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing it. I really want her to let him go. Please let him go and stop torturing him, because he's not what you want him to be. He's not supposed to be what you want him to be, Amber. He's his own person. Miles is supposed to be the bisexual man that he is, and he's supposed to find a woman and or man and or both who are comfortable with him being who he is and are turned on by him regardless. So if you don't want to fuck him, by all means, don't have sex with him, but let him go. So it's hard for Moni to move past the cheating. She can't put her mouth there because someone else's mouth has been there. And Nori lays there and Neri does all the work. So you mean to tell me, not even in the bedroom is this nigga on his feet? Girl, your life is depressing. Yo, she was like, when she said, I never had a problem with him in a bedroom or whatever, but I just want him to be a little freakier. Y'all, when people say shit like that, it's because they're not happy in the bedroom. I'm sorry. Thank you, DeQuasia, for the Cash App. I don't believe, I feel like Nori needs to get in the gym so he can stop feeling insecure, because he feels really insecure about his body, and that's probably why he's not as freaky as he would want to be, because he doesn't feel comfortable. So he should probably get that together so he can like fuck that lady before she gets her somebody young to fuck on her. Like, y'all, he has got to cut out with all of the drinking. It's going straight to his stomach. It's going straight to his stomach. My dad used to have that pregnant belly too. Skinny as fuck, but a big old belly because they like to drink. And they like to drink all the time. And you can't be like that. That's just not healthy. It's really not. It's not healthy. I'm glad that you don't watch the shows, but you are comforted by hearing me speak. I appreciate that. I really need to get back into doing my podcast, you guys. I really do. Anyway, like, it does sound like lazy sex. It sounds like he lays there like a pillow princess. And I'm sorry, but ye who is yielding the dick cannot be a pillow princess. That's not how any of this works. Like, I'm sorry. Ye who is yielding the meat must be doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay? No. I just kind of feel like Neri wants so bad for all of this to be worth it. But there is something so vacant about her. Something so passive aggressively unhappy, if that makes sense. Like, I'm acting like I'm not bitter and angry, but I'm low-key bitter and angry. I don't know if she's checked out, but I feel like she may have, but she still knows how to work like she's there. A lot of women know how to do that. Emotionally and mentally, they can be completely checked out of the relationship, and the dude will never know because they still are playing their part. Dudes don't know how to do that a lot of the time, which is why women can always feel when they're fucking up, because they in some way take something from the main situation in order to give to the other one. And women can just be completely emotionally and mentally checked out and still do all of the things that they do because it's just a part of how they do at this point, you know? But that's so sad to me because, you know, girl. Because Mary, it's not like Nori is like some unattractive man. No, it's just you are a alcoholic and you feel like because you make money, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to get up and fuck. You don't have to stay in shape. You don't have to stay alive long enough for these kids to get completely grown. You don't have to help me with anything. Like, all you have to do is make money and then lay down on a bed for me to do everything for you. And the way he treats his body, girl, eventually you're going to be changing something. So I just kind of feel like you need to encourage him to get healthy before you are responsible for changing bedpans, bitch. Okay? Do yourself a favor and impress upon that man to get himself together and to take care of himself before he starts to decline health-wise. Because you can't drink like that long term and think you're going to get to like 60 and it's not going to hit you in the liver, hit you in the kidneys, hit you in an organ that you can't afford to lose at that age in your life. You can ignore me, but I have like a whole bunch of uncles and aunts and godparents and family friends who all like just destroyed their bodies in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. And right around their 50s and 60s, everything starts to deteriorate and then they're gone. Like, Neri is definitely neck down dead in Iyanla. Also, did you believe Moni gonna forgive Tough? Thank you, Tina, for the super chat, my love. And I don't know. She seems to be having a moment, but I don't know because I honestly feel like anybody that stays mad about something like she did for that long, you probably have some comfort level of holding on to it. Like, you like being able to hold something over his head all the time, like something you can reach back and, you know, when you can't control him, something you can go and reach for. Because something makes me feel like Moni likes to be with Tough because she can have some control in that relationship because he is young, because he's not as smart as she is. because he isn't as successful as she is, because I think that relationship before him was so abusive and fucked up that she never wanted to be at a disadvantage like that. So I think she low-key chooses to be in a relationship with somebody who is not on her level and who won't get there on purpose. Not that he never will, but he's not now, and he hasn't been for the past 14 years of their relationship. There hasn't been any real evening out in the situation. And am I to understand that they don't even live together? So yeah, it just seems like maybe it's time to let it go and move on, even though they don't want to do that. Exactly. I don't think she'll be able to give away the power that gives her over to him. And I don't think that he has earned that from her either. You know, like it takes a lot for a strong woman to relinquish control, especially one that feels that the person she's relinquishing control to can't handle it. And, you know, like you're mad at her because your career hasn't done well. You haven't even taken responsibility for the fact that your shit didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. Like, why is she supposed to believe that you can be fully responsible for her and you guys' relationship when in the past you haven't been? Like, I wouldn't be trying to be submissive or vulnerable with that nigga neither. Even though he comes off as so sweet, I think there is a switch. There is a switch that goes on and off. But I also think those types of relationships can be like a drug. You know what I'm saying? Like relationships where the man is constantly turning on and off on you. It's a way to keep you. I don't know why that works, but turning on and off emotion, or pulling and pulling, gets people in a drug type relationship where they feel like they absolutely need those good moments, even if they come few and far in between. They need those good moments, and when they have those good moments, it makes up for all of the bad things that happen in the relationship. It's very weird, but I noticed that men a lot of the times like to do that. Not just men, but that seems to be like a fan favorite amongst like bummy guys, you know, ones that need their women for a place to stay, or you know, it's just in some capacity, you know, they have to get that emotional and mental control over you, because if they don't, then the relationship won't work in their favor the way they want it to. It'll have to be more reciprocal. And a lot of the times men, you know, not all men, but a lot of men do not like relationships to be fully reciprocal. Like they don't. They really like that unbalance. That's why as a woman, I will always Blanche Devereaux this shit. I don't want to be treated just like you or the same as you. I want to be treated better than you. It's the truth. It's the truth. So then after that, Dr. Ish tells Molly that he has to go. And Molly says that he needs the help to choose a better partner and all that shit. I told y'all about that. So he you know, Uncle Fester's out. I'm glad. We can get to the real deal. We can get to the real deal Holyfield with these relationships. At some point, Judge came out and gave her advice, but I feel like I just kind of wrapped that up for y'all. Mainly Amber and Miles need to have their relationship outside of everybody else's opinion. Social media, what other people think, should not be involved in the decision making. It shouldn't. Y'all, it really shouldn't. Like, y'all, I'm sorry. I know in this day and age, y'all feel comfortable talking about your personal problems and your relationships all over social media because everybody does it. But that doesn't mean it's cool. I'm going to use an old one. If everybody jumps off a fucking bridge, are you going to do it? Like, stop it. It's not healthy. And it's not what you're supposed to do, because everybody is not supposed to have a say in on your relationship, because everybody doesn't really have a clue what's going on in your relationship. So they shouldn't have a say so. Like, that's why you don't tell people when you get into arguments. You don't tell people when you get into fights. You don't get online and blast people for whatever's going on in your relationship because you're upset in the moment. Like, that shit is so immature, so out of pocket, so ridiculous, so detrimental to a relationship. And just because now we have social media does not mean that times have changed. It's no different than telling your family and your parents and your friends every time you and your man have a problem, and then your people start disliking them, and then they cause issues in your relationship because they're too involved. Well, you invited them in by giving them way too much information. Thank you, Aunt Andrea Rogers, for becoming a member. Thank you. You have got to keep the shit in house. But honestly, I feel like that's not the meat with them two. That's not the meat. The meat is she can't accept who he is, and she wants to punish him for it because she's abusive and she needs to go to therapy and deal with her fucked up ass issues because she has a daughter. Nori and Neri are, like I said, he's gonna try to fix it so he doesn't lose her. She's dead from the neck down. And he needs to stop all that fucking drinking before his kidneys and liver, die. Moni and Tough are a codependent, toxic relationship because Moni probably doesn't want to go out there and try to find another person to be with. Like, she probably doesn't even want to deal with that. She doesn't want new dick. Like, none of that. I'd rather just deal with him and deal with his foolishness and kind of be in it but not in it, not really living together but fucking and in a relationship, because I don't want to deal with anybody else. That's what Moni's doing. Tough is, I still want to fuck her, so I'm going to show up. She's my baby mom's. I do love her. But ultimately, the relationship is beneficial for me. So I'm going to, in some way, keep it because she's a connection. She's a connection. She's a good connection to have either way. Because Moni is good friends with a lot of, big people in hip hop. Like, Moni is a original or whatever. She's the same time as, your Slick Ricks and your Queen Latifahs and, the early 90s and late 80s of hip hop, which was a huge and monumental time for the come up. And Moni had had like 2 huge records in the early 90s for a female rapper at the time. It wasn't really as, it didn't happen as often as you would think, I feel like, back then. Like that, it's a shame the way you mess around with my heart. It's a shame the way you hurt me. It's a shame the way you mess around with my heart. Yeah, that's that shit. Thank you, Andrea, for the super chat. I love you back. Oh my God, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, y'all. Ooh. And y'all, we knew Treasure and Molly weren't real. We knew. And now that explains why they're small and all the way at the bottom on the picture. They were telling us in so many different ways. I'm glad all my senses are firing. Yeah, Amber is a lot. It's a lot. Light as a rock is MC Light. Moni in the middle. It's a shame. The one I just finished singing. And Ooh, Ladies First. She's featuring. It's Queen Latifah featuring Moni Love. Ladies first. Ladies first. Okay, I'm gonna stop. The rhyme that is wicked. Those who don't know how to be pros get evicted. A woman can I'm a line. Can you relate to I can't so get into precisely what I am about to do. I'm conversating to the folks who don't know whatsoever clue. So listen very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily. Happy overjoyed. Oh, my sister's having employed. What? Anyway, yeah, Moni rap real fast. Moni's probably like one of the fastest rappers if you really think about it. Y'all gotta give people they flowers and shit, man. Moni's epic. But yeah, Moni's just like all the other powerful Black women that find it very hard to find men that don't take advantage of their status. So yeah, that's that on that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a ball. I thought it was great. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All 515 of you on this good Saturday night, and everybody catching a playback. Okay, so I love you guys. I'm gonna go because, like I said, I have stew on the stove. So you guys be cool by the pool, and I'll see you guys later.